Hi friends, welcome to our first studies YouTube channel. This is continuation to the playlist which I started on the topic called Zero to .NET Developer in the Era of AI. And I have already completed my first video, which is an introduction video about this playlist, which talks about how we are going to approach this playlist. And this is the next video, or the first video, technically you can say. In this video, we are going to explore about the phase one, which is basically fundamentals. And this video topic is especially why learning .NET is super powerful in the AI era. So why I should learn .NET in AI era, that is the topic which I am going to talk about. And we will continue this playlist with every video as per the sequence what we have discussed in the introductory video. So basically, today AI can write your entire enterprise application, right? So AI can write your code very neatly. Even GitHub Copilot, if you guys know GitHub Copilot, which can create your code, run your code in the agent mode very nicely. ChatGPT and AI can also help you to debug the code. So the question comes when AI can run this, right, or AI can write the code and debug the code, why I should learn .NET or C sharp, right? Why I should learn it when AI can do that, right? So that is the question. And my view to it is there is a huge difference between using AI and blindly depending on AI, right? Blindly depending on AI will basically AI is controlling you, right? But using AI is basically you are controlling AI. And as a simple example, if I want to explain you with a real world analogy, is that let's assume you are using a Google Maps to go to certain destination, maybe, right? So Google Maps can help you with all the path, how to go, where to go exactly, right? But what if you don't know driving, right? So when you don't know driving, basically, even though Google Maps will give you the direction, you cannot follow that direction correctly, right? So it is same as that. AI can generate the code. AI can definitely generate the code, right? AI can generate the code, but you must control. So you must control the logic of the code, the correctness of the code, the performance of the code, the errors in it, security part to the code, right? The real world usage, the logic angle, you know better, right? What you want to build. So AI, you can use AI to generate the code, but you should control all these accepts. And to control all these accepts, you should know the basics. Otherwise, you cannot control it. I can quickly demonstrate it what I am trying to say. So I am going to open a Visual Studio now. So Visual Studio is IDE or Integrated Development Environment, which one can use to write the .NET applications or the C Sharp code. So we will discuss more about them in our upcoming videos. But assume I'm opening this Visual Studio and I'm going to create a new project here now, right? So when I try to create a new project, basically, let me bring this here. So it will give me this kind of a window where I can select. So I am going with a maybe console application, right? So I can go with a console application. Basically, it's an application which will run in your command line. Okay, that means the command prompt or the terminal. So it is a console application 5. That's okay. Click next. So there is a next button at the bottom here. I doubt if you guys are able to see it or not. Let me make it smaller so that you guys can see that next buttons and all in the dialog which I am using it. So because my image, right, might be overlapping. Yeah. So then, okay, go with these default options, hit the create button to create this first project, right? So once you create the project, you can clearly see there. So basically, this is called a solution explorer window, and you can see a project console app file, and there is a file called program.cs file. That is the entry point file. Okay. So if I go into the program.cs file, basically it is printing hello world. Okay. So well and good. So if I run this application, it should open a command prompt or a terminal, and it should print that hello world message there. So let's validate that it is happening or not. And you can see that hello world message got printed. This is okay. So this is basically a default code which came with my project, which is called console app 5, right? Let's assume now I wanted to create a program which will calculate the discount on the purchase amount. If the purchase amount is greater than 5,000, maybe give 20 percentage discount, otherwise give 10 percentage discount. So how to create this, right? So in the era of AI, I no need to write the code, right? AI will write a code for me. So what I will be doing it now. So I am going to the GitHub Copilot and opening the chart window. So I open a GitHub Copilot chart window, and basically I can simply I have selected a agent mode there. Now I am pasting a prompt which I explained you just now. So what I am trying to say, write a Shisha program to calculate the discount on a purchase amount. If the amount is greater than 5,000, give 20 percentage discount, otherwise 10 percentage discount. So this is what I am giving a prompt, and the moment I hit enter, what GitHub Copilot does is GitHub Copilot try to understand your project, and it will try to write the logic for you. You see that it already written a logic here for me, and it is basically building my solution. Building means running the solution basically. If you don't understand what is this building, what is this Visual Studio, and everything, forget about it. We will discuss them in our upcoming videos detailedly, but focus on how AI, the point what I am trying to make it is creating a simple application, and then I will explain you why you knowing basics is very important, rather than blindly depending upon AI. So this is good. Okay, so I will hit this keep button because I am okay with the changes what it made. Now let's understand the changes. This I'm reducing the size of the solution explorer here, and maybe little bit of right. Okay, so let me so focus on the code what AI generated, right? So basically, it is asking me to enter purchase amount. Okay, when the amount what I enter, it will take that amount, and if the amount is less than 5,000, uh, sorry, greater than 5,000, then it will take the 20 percentage, otherwise it will take the 10 percentage, and it will calculate the discount, and it will calculate the final amount by minusing that discount, and finally giving the all the output. Looks perfect code, right? AI generated a perfect code. Let's run and see this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it is asking me to enter the amount, so I'm going to enter the 6,000. See, the moment I entered, it says, okay, so your original amount is 6,000, discount, which is a 20 percentage, that is 1,200. Then the final amount comes to the 4,500. Well and good, right? So let me also enter less than 5,000, whether it will pick the 10 percentage or not, right? So let me run this now. So maybe I will enter 4,000 now. And the moment I enter 4,000, it says original amount 4,000, discount 10 percentage, and final amount 3,600. Wow, right? Basically, AI write the code in seconds and looks it's very perfect, right? It is running correctly. But let's do one thing now. So uh, let's run this once again. And what I'm going to enter, this time I'm entering the 6,000, which is a negative value, minus 6,000, right? Then let's understand whether the program will still run. Technically, minus 6,000 doesn't make sense, right? It should not run. It should say me maybe it is not a correct invalid purchase amount, something like that. Whether that will happen or it will pick 20%, 10%, what will happen? Let's see this, right? So when I hit run, when I hit the minus 6,000 and when I hit enter, then what happened? It picked that 6,000 and then picked which is less than 5,000, so 10 percentage as a discount, so minus 600, then the final amount is minus 5,400. Doesn't make this sense, right? This is not looking like a proper application, right? Because maybe the application should allow the amount, that means it should allow the positive amount. There is nothing called a negative amount, right? It should tell me that invalid purchase amount. But rather doing that, it is basically running the code. That means AI generated a perfect code, but it is not perfect in a sense, right? The business logic is not correct here. The real world logic is not correct here, right? The scenario is not correct here. So this is where you need your own expertise, at least at a basic levels, where you can go and read the code what AI had generated and modify the code accordingly, right? So in this scenario, maybe I have to put a logic. If the amount is negative, then it should basically should not execute anything, and it should basically return me back saying invalid purchase amount. That is what. So up to that level, maybe once you have that understanding, then you can again reprompt to your GitHub Copilot, or you will make the changes accordingly, right? So what you might be doing it is, so you will be having a if condition. Since I know basics, so what I will do, if amount is less than or equals to 0, then I am going to say console dot read line. So intelligence is giving me invalid amount. Please enter a positive number. So I gave that error. Else, in the else block, rest of the logic I can keep it, right? All this logic I can keep it in the else block. So what I'm trying to say basically here is, take the amount, and if the amount is less than or equals to 0, then don't go and execute the logic. Basically catch that and basically go into this loop and say that it's an invalid amount. Please enter a positive amount under the return statement to return back execution. If the amount is positive amount, directly come to the else and basically run the logic what we have. So this modification I was able to do because I know the basics. If I don't know the basics, if I blindly depend on the AI, it will not work in real world, right? So I should be able to use the AI in a better way. So now I am going to enter maybe minus 5,000. Then it immediately says like invalid amount, please enter a positive amount. So that makes sense, right? That's how the application should behave. So this is the reason you should learn .NET so that you can use the AI better for your logic, for your correctness, for your performance, right? AI gives the syntax, but you give the intelligence. You tell to the AI what it has to do, how it has to do, and you control the power of doing the modifications, reading the code if needed, right? The key message basically is AI can give you the syntax, speed, structure, suggestions and everything, but you as a developer, you should basically control the business logic, correctness of the code, error handling, performance and security, all these kind of an accepts, right? So all this is possible when you know the basics. So that is the reason you should learn the basics of .NET or C Sharp if you want to become a .NET developer. So AI generated code might break or leak the customer data or slow down the performance. It can have anything, right? So basically .NET plus AI. So you come up with your own basics plus of the intelligence around the C Sharp or .NET, plus you are leveraging the AI, but then that gives the superpower, right? That's what the title of this. So if you know the .NET basics in the era of AI or C Sharp basics in the era of AI, then you can use AI better way. So it gives you a superpower. You can write a code very effectively, right? So you guys can also try to, I mean, after this video, practice a video, maybe write a Shisha program to calculate the electricity bill, right? So you can go and write a Shisha program, prompt in your GitHub Copilot saying calculate the electricity bill and see whether it is handling the negative values correctly or not. And then you do the change by yourself. That way you will get a hands-on experience, right? That's it in this video. Thank you for watching. I hope now you got a clarity of why learning the basics is very important around the .NET or C Sharp in the era of AI. If you want to become a Python developer or a Java developer, even there you should learn the basics. But this our course focuses on the .NET and C Sharp, so we will be focusing the upcoming videos there. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.